You know, you've been so disciplined. You're consistent with your nutrition, you're hitting your workouts, but then you look in the mirror and there are just those areas that refuse to budge. It's incredibly frustrating, and honestly, it can make you feel like you're doing something wrong. But what if I told you it's not about your willpower, it's about biology?
So the solution we're going to dive into today is a technology called EvolveX Transform. It's a real breakthrough because it combines two really powerful energies into a single session. This means it targets your skin, the fat right underneath it, and your muscles all at the same time. The best part? It does all of this without any surgery, no needles, and absolutely no downtime.
Okay, so what is really going on in these areas that just don't respond? Well, it pretty much boils down to three key things. First, your genetics basically predetermines where your body likes to hang on to fat. Second, as we all get older, our collagen production naturally slows down, which makes our skin less firm. And third, our muscles can hit a plateau, where it feels like no amount of training is adding any more definition.
And that is the absolute core of the issue. This is a common biological challenge that so many people face. It's not a failure of your discipline. You know, just understanding that is so important because it lets us stop blaming ourselves and instead start looking for a scientific solution that actually works with our body's biology, not against it.
In fact, get this, 85% of people who are looking into body contouring say they have these exact kinds of resistant areas. So if this sounds familiar, believe me, you are not alone. This is the gap, right? The gap between all the hard work you're putting in and the results you're seeing. EvolveX Transform was literally designed to close that gap.
So how does it actually pull this off? Well, the core technology of EvolveX Transform is this really unique combination of two different kinds of energy. They're delivered at the same time through a set of hands-free applicators, which allows the system to treat all three layers of tissue at once.
The first type of energy is bipolar radiofrequency, or RF for short. The easiest way to think about it is as a very precise, very controlled heat. The system gently warms up your tissue to an optimal therapeutic range, somewhere between 43 and 44 degrees Celsius. This specific temperature is the absolute key. It's the magic number where the biological transformation really begins.
So once we hit that perfect temperature, three amazing things start to happen all at once. First, the heat basically sends a signal to your body to create brand new collagen fibers, which helps tighten the skin from the inside out. Second, for the fat cells, that sustained heat triggers a process called apoptosis, which is just a scientific way of saying programmed cell death. Your body then naturally clears those cells away over time. And third, your existing collagen fibers contract, which gives you a more immediate firming effect.
The second energy is electrical muscle stimulation, or EMS. This tech creates what are called supermaximal contractions. To put that in perspective, imagine your muscles doing thousands of perfect, intense crunches in just a few minutes. That's the level of intensity we're talking about. It's way beyond what you could ever do voluntarily in a gym. And all of that intense work is what builds muscle mass and really improves definition.
And here's what makes this such a game changer. For years, body contouring treatments could only really tackle one thing at a time, either just the fat, or just the skin, or just the muscle. EvolveX Transform is the first technology that's able to treat all three of those layers in a single session. And we're not just saying that. Clinical studies have confirmed that this unique approach is both safe and really effective.
And the results? They're totally measurable. Clinical studies have actually documented an average reduction in abdominal circumference of 1.9 centimeters. Now, that might not sound like a huge number, but it's a significant change you can absolutely see and feel in the way your clothes fit, even after just a few treatments.
And it's not just about the waistline. Those same studies found an average decrease in the soft tissue thickness of 3.1 millimeters. The point is, these aren't just one-off success stories. These are statistically significant results. This is the science that's backing up the visible changes people are experiencing.
Okay, so what does a typical treatment plan look like to get these kinds of results? Well, the standard protocol is usually 6 to 8 weekly sessions, and each one lasts about 30 to 60 minutes. The results are progressive, so they build over time. Let's walk through what that timeline looks like.
Okay, so in the first phase, weeks 1 to 3, we like to call it the opening. This is where everything gets started. Collagen production kicks off, apoptosis begins in those fat cells, and your muscles are getting a real challenge. You might feel a little sore, kind of like after a great workout, and you'll probably notice an improved sense of firmness. Then, from weeks 4 to 8, you went to the building momentum phase. This is where the cumulative effects really start to become visible. It's when people start noticing their clothes fit better and those measurements start to drop. Finally, there's what we call the crescendo. And this is the cool part. It happens in the 2 to 4 months after your final treatment. Why so late? Because your body is still working behind the scenes. The collagen remodeling and fat elimination are ongoing processes, so your peak results actually emerge long after you've finished the sessions.
And because this is a true biological change, you can maintain and even build on those results over time. A lot of our clients will do periodic maintenance sessions, maybe just once every 1 to 3 months, and that helps keep that great momentum going.
Now, this technology is incredibly versatile, but the results really do depend on the person guiding the treatment. At Zvia, that's spelled Z-V-I-A, we believe the entire experience has to be customized to your specific body and your personal goals. So let's take a quick look at the common treatment areas. The abdomen is definitely the most common area we treat, but we can also reshape the entire midsection by treating the flanks, the love handles. We can address that loose skin or laxity in the arms, provide some beautiful toning and lift for the buttocks, and even target those stubborn, fatty deposits along the bra line on the back. The Zvia difference really comes down to integration and partnership. Your provider doesn't just hook you up to a machine and walk away. They are constantly evaluating how your body is responding, adjusting energy levels and contraction intensity in real time to make sure you get the best possible outcome. We see this treatment as just one part of your broader health journey. It's precision care delivered by a team that is genuinely invested in your results.
So let's just bring this all back together. If you've been putting in all the work day in and day out, and your body just isn't quite reflecting it, please remember, it is not you. It's biology. This technology is designed to work with your body to address those 3 main barriers: the stubborn fat, the skin laxity, and the muscle plateaus, all at the very same time.
If you're ready to see how this technology can finally complement all of your hard work, the next step is to have a conversation. You can schedule a consultation by visiting our website at www.zvia.com. That's zvia.com, or you can just give us a call at 303-902-5353 to speak with a provider at Zvia.
And finally, just a quick reminder for everyone. This has been educational information about a body contouring treatment. It is always your provider who must evaluate you and determine if this protocol is appropriate and, most importantly, safe for you.